What's up, everybody? This is John, Post-Human Guy, Unpaid Gamers, with another car thoughts for you. So, let's talk about backlogs in gaming. We all got them. The games that we have yet to beat, or in some cases, yet to play. I have way too many for whatever reason. It's funny because, of course, I'm sure we've seen memes about this too. And it's, when you're little, when you're younger, you don't really have money for games. What's going on here? There's a truck in the middle of the road. So I guess I need to go around him because he ain't doing nothing. Sorry, threw me for a loop. See, that's the unscripted stuff that happens, of course, when you're doing car thoughts. I could stop the video, start over, like it never happened, but what fun's that? Okay, anyway, back on track. So, I've seen these memes when you're little. You don't have any money, and you got all the time in the world to play games. But then, of course, when you get older, you can buy all the games that you want, but you don't have any time to play them. So, that's a real problem. I mean, if it's your main hobby still, and I know there's plenty of adults that make time, but you can make time and still play plenty of games, but there is responsibilities. So for somebody like me, I am married, I have kids, I have a house, I own my own business, I have other hobbies, so I just can't sit and play games like I used to. So but it still interests me, and there's still things that come out that I want to play. So backlogs are inevitable, unfortunately. So I don't know, I feel like mine's kind of severe. Because I'll get I'll get games that I'm really interested in when they come out, and I'll play them a little bit. Sometimes it comes out with a handful of other games, and I'll just get stuck playing them instead. But sometimes, though, I'll get games on sale with full intentions of playing them at some point, and just never get around to it. There's games I've had for years that I haven't even played. It's pretty terrible. It's a problem. So then, when you go to sit down and play a game, where do you even start? It's so intimidating sometimes. Do you play something that you really enjoy, kind of like your main, whatever that may be? For me, one of my favorite games ever is Elder Scrolls. So I play ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. For the longest time, I was playing GTA with friends and stuff. So it's kind of like whatever game like that kind of never ends, that you just get really a lot of enjoyment from. That easily sucks up your limited adult time for games, and then it's hard to play through the other stuff. I'll go through phases where I'll really like stuff, or I have a mini arcade kind of thing that I built in my basement, and I really like those kind of games because they're bite-sized kind of things that you can play a little bit, and then you can spend 15 minutes and get somewhere, or whatever, as opposed to some of these newer games. 15 minutes, you're lucky if you get past the character creation screen. That's kind of the other problem that's contributing to this backlog situation, is every game is open world, every game is super budget. I mean, not indie games, of course, and I don't mean literally every game, but so many games are big budget, big investment of time. And not that that's a bad thing at all, it's just hard when you're doing adult stuff. So it's hard to determine where to start. Do you have a couple hours to spare to get into this new thing? Is that something you want to spend your time on for a while? I recently tried to go through Stranding because it's a game's weird as fuck, and I've heard about it, and I want to try it out. Hideo Kojima, and he's awesome, and So anyway, so on a few sit-down evening nights, I sat down and played it. It is really, really interesting. It's a very, to me, it's a very clear art kind of passion project. It's super weird, and it's hard to figure out what's really going on. And the story is really interesting. So, you're playing it, and I've heard people call it like a walking simulator and stuff. And I get it, because that is really the biggest gameplay mechanic, is how to traverse terrain and stuff, navigate some enemies and things like that. And you're really just trying to get from point A to point B, and advance the story that way. But the story is very compelling too. So, but I'm still not really sure how much fun the game is for me. It's cool. It's a cool concept. I think I got it on sale. Because, I'll do the PSN store sales all the time. I look on there every week like everybody else, and just add stuff to my library, because at some point I'm sure I'll at least check it out. Oftentimes I'll do the GameStop or Target buy two get one free, so I'll get a lot of games through there, and I'm pretty sure that was just a free game that I decided to add in, because again, I'll check it out at some point. So I don't really feel bad when I start something, play a little bit, and if it's not for me, and I own it, it's fine. I probably didn't pay that much for it anyway. So that was one I tried. I don't know. I was really debating on, did I want to spend more of my time going through it, because it's not like it's bad, really. It's just, did I want to keep investing that much time just to find out what happened with the story? And maybe that answer is yes. At that time, however, it was no, because I have other things that I want to play through. So, and even stuff like that I've already played that I know I like too, I just want to go back and play. It's so weird when you pick your games to play and you have so much limited time. I've went through the Doom remake, I think it was 2016 or something like that. But I was thinking about playing it again, not Doom Eternal, just that first remake. It was so good. Doom Eternal's really good. It's kind of too much platforming for me. I wish they would have toned that down a little bit, but it's still a great game. It's a good progression of a game for sure. So I'm not knocking it at all. Starting to rain, by the way. You might can hear some raindrops, so that's always fun. Currently ESO, I would say it's sucking up my time, but it's not really, because I only play it, here and there. It's been probably a week and a half since I even loaded it up. I'll take that. Last night I loaded it up, but prior to that, and even then, I just kind of checked my mail and got my daily reward and poked around the store, and that was it. But that kind of game, I like just going in, loading up, and do a quest or something from time to time. The Last of Us games, I talked about that just a video or so ago, and that remake's coming out, so I don't know, will I want to play that again? I'm sure I'll get it, but do I want to go through Last of Us 1 and 2 again when I got other stuff I need to play? I still haven't played through the Horizon Zero Dawn. What's the sequel? I forget. Horizon Zero Forbidden. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever the new one is. I got that because it looked awesome, but I kind of never beat the first one. So these are the problems of a modern adult gamer. There's so many things that come out, so many things that catch your eye. So like the independent scene alone is huge, and there's always something pretty cool that kind of comes out. Now, they're usually not super big time sinks or anything, but still, fair little games half time. And then there's other just like franchise favorites that you want to play, like the Mortal Kombat 11 or 12 when it comes out, or we talked about the EDF games recently. I think a new one's coming out this year, and Tom drew my attention to the World Brothers, which is the Minecraft pixel style kind of thing. So I don't know, there's always things coming out. So your backlog, it just grows and grows and grows. What's the answer here? Stop buying games, play through what you got. But is that realistic though, right? Because if you're interested in games, you're gonna get new games, because that's what we do. You're always gonna add to your collection. There's always gonna be good sales that are too good to pass up. Surely everybody has this problem, right? Like if you're a regular avid gamer, surely you have a backlog problem. But how do you fix it? That's the thing. I mean, I can't spend hours and hours and hours playing games anymore. I just can't. And I don't want to do that either. I love games, but there's other things that I need to do. There's adult things I need to do. I got a house to take care of. My business and stuff, I mostly run it in business hours. So it's kind of like just going to work and then I'm off. So that's not too much of a hindrance. But again, games just keep coming out. I was looking at there's a big sale right now on PSN. It's 75% off all these games. I don't really know exactly what I'll get out of there, but I was looking at a few things, the Quarry came out, and if you follow my Let's Plays or Leisure Play, I'll normally play those kind of narrative style games on there and stream those, because I love those. I love the old full motion video games that are like playing a movie. So these, even though they're not video graphics, that's still that kind of narrative adventure, and I always love those, and I always love the horror themed ones. So that's one that I'll play for sure. And it's on sale right now, so I don't know, it came out, and I wasn't really worried about the money so much, but just when was I going to get around to playing it? I'll pay for, it'd drop down eventually. Well, now it's I think it's down to $40 or something, so still kind of pricey, but it's on sale. So if I have interest, now's a good time if I'm going to play it sometime soon. And those I do pretty good of staying on top of and playing, but it's hard. I still have a few full motion video games to make my way through, and those are easy because they're an hour or so. So that kind of stuff, those kind of games are good for me to stay on top of and to play. Talked about the arcade stuff, little kind of bite-sized moments of when I have time. But still, there's so many things that I know that I want to play that I have a hard time. The Bayonetta 3 is coming out at some point this year, I believe, or early next. I'm not sure exactly when the date is, but it's it's been announced, it's coming out. I haven't played through the first two. I know of them, and I know I've seen quite a bit of it. Tom loves those games, but me personally, I haven't played through them. So it's something I have interest in checking out to seeing if I like. So I've wanted to check those out. I talked about the Horizon. I play a ton of big major games that are coming up. I play a ton of everything, I feel, at least a little bit. But there's always stuff that still, unless that's kind of all you do, that you just kind of miss out on or skip over, or don't get around to for the first couple years or whatever. So again, what's the answer to this? Do you dedicate a certain amount of time and just make yourself play something different? Do you, you know, like tonight you have an hour, so do you pick something you never played before? Do you, you know, for the longest time I was making myself play a game until I beat it. So, you know, I'd check it out. I wouldn't play anything else until I just moved through that. And that really kind of served me pretty well. But, you know, you're not always in the mood to play that particular thing every day either until you beat it. So I don't know. It's a real problem. It's an adult problem, I feel. But I don't know. You know, my son even, like, games are not like they used to in that sense of like availability, right? Because, you know, even he has you know, he uses Game Pass. He's on his computer, so he's got Steam, and I know there's games he hasn't beat. You know, holidays that come up and get stuff for Christmas and things like that. You know, when I was a kid, we didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have a job, of course. So, you know, you get one game for your birthday or Christmas or whatever, and you got 6 months to play that sucker, because like it's probably all you get is one game if you're lucky. And so, you know, you'll play it, beat it every way you can, every difficulty, you know, find the secrets, 100% it, whatever, play it to death. And now it's like I'm lucky if I just go through the main story with no side stuff. You know, the industry's changed, I think, probably for everybody, because like I said, he's got his Game Pass even, and things like that. So I feel like most kids even have an abundance of games. You know, there's the mobile stuff, which kids are tied to their mobile phones or their parents' phones, and that gets pretty crazy. You know, if you're in the Apple ecosystem, like I am, we do the Apple One family kind of subscription, right? So you pay a certain amount. Everybody's got Apple Music. Everybody's got the iCloud photo stuff. It comes with Apple TV, which, you know, I watch a few things on there. I don't really watch a lot, but it comes with that. But it also comes with Apple Arcade, which basically just means quite a few mobile games are kind of in this bundle, and they used to be paid for, but now they're just free because they're included with your thing. So, you know, most kids have access to some type of mobile device. So you have, you know, mobile, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever, computer. It's just different. Games are just different. The availability of games, and there's so many. I mean, I guess that's a good problem to have, but it makes it very daunting. It's like, you know, it's kind of like channel surfing or looking at movies, right? Like, it's movie time or sit down, relax time, and you spend your whole time channel surfing, and then by the time you find something, time's up or you're tired. These are the problems we deal with in the days of a shit ton of media. So anyway, that's my current predicament. So how's your guys' backlog going? You got a lot of stuff? How do you handle it? How big is your backlog? You know, any suggestions? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe for sure. And I'm sure I'll have another video soon. Tom's currently away on a vacation, so he'll be back in a handful of days or so. I am looking to do some more Let's Leisure Play. I keep wanting to say Let's Play because that's the thing, but it's basically Let's Play. I just call it something else. So I'll be doing something soon. I'm not sure quite what it will be yet. I've just been doing these car thoughts. So hope you like them. Until next time. And like I said, let us know in the comments of how you handle your ginormous collection of games like we have too. So anyway, see ya.